Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, they, she, he. And today we are looking at After the Rain, adapted from the short story On the Road by Nnedi Okorafor, written by John Jennings and illustrated by David Brame, with lettering by Damian Duffy. Body horror, nudity, cop rep, and exposed brains. This graphic novel was published in 2021 by the Abrams Comic Arts Megascope imprint. Quote, dedicated to showcasing speculative work by and about people of color with a focus on science fiction, fantasy, horror, and stories of magical realism. The Megascope is a fictional device imagined by W.E.B. Du Bois that can peer through time and space into other realities. This magical invention represents the idea that so much of our collective past has not seen the light of day, and that there is so much history that we have yet to discover. Megascope will serve as the lens through which we can broaden our view of history, the present and the future, and as a method by which previously unheard voices can find their way to an ever-growing diverse audience. End quote. Content notes for going through the creative team. A prolific writer, I reviewed Okorafor's previous comic, LaGuardia, back in 2021. Link in the cards to check out her bio there. Similarly, the writer on this project, John Jennings, was the artist on Parable of the Sower, graphic novel adaptation. That said, I reviewed that back in mid-2020, and now Jennings has an actual website. So, pulling from his About page, quote, John Jennings is a professional author, graphic novelist, curator, Harvard Fellow, New York Times bestseller, 2018 Eisner winner, and all-around champion of Black culture. As professor of media and cultural studies at the University of California at Riverside, UCR, Jennings examines the visual culture of race in various media forms, including film, illustrated fiction, and comics and graphic novels. He is also the director of Abrams Comic Arts imprint Megascope, which publishes graphic novels focused on the experience of people of color. His research interests include the visual culture of hip-hop, Afrofuturism, and politics, visual literacy, horror, and ethnogothic, and speculative design and its applications to visual rhetoric. Jennings is co-editor of the 2016 Eisner Award-winning collection The Blacker the Ink, Constructions of Black Identity in Comics and Sequential Art, Rutgers, and co-founder/organizer of the Schomburg Center's Black Comic Book Festival in Harlem. He is co-founder and organizer of the MLK NorCal's Black Comics Art Festival in San Francisco, and also SoulCon, the Brown and Black Comics Expo at The Ohio State University. End quote. Artist David Brame, flipping to the back of the book, Brame self-describes as, quote, black the black, an Afrofuturist, and refuses to comb his hair. He'd rather spend that time making comics. He's working on titles such as Is Nana the Were Spider, Medicine, Bad Mothers, Boxes of Bone, and Necromancer Bill. He lives in Mexico. End quote. And finally, we have letterer Damian Duffy, who was the lead adapter of Parable of the Sower to graphic novel, so yeah, definitely check out that review for his bio. Keywords that came to mind reading this adaptation: horror, purple, mutant, crucible, family, and Nigeria. The synopsis over on Goodreads was, quote, the drama takes place in a small Nigerian town during a violent and unexpected storm. A Nigerian-American woman named Chioma answers a knock at her door and is horrified to see a boy with a severe head wound standing at her doorstep. He reaches to her and his touch burns like fire. Something is very wrong. Haunted and hunted, Chioma must embrace her heritage in order to survive. John Jennings and David Brame's graphic novel collaboration uses bold art and colors to powerfully tell the story of identity and destiny. End quote. And the artwork was a really strong point for this particular adaptation. The use of color was indeed powerful and very expressive. The character designs were also very distinct and page layouts easy to follow but still creative and interesting. Writing and story-wise, After the Rain is equally well done, and it's not spoon-feeding you what is going on. Looking at representation, After the Rain is an intense and focused look at Chioma's transformation. So not a whole lot of diversity per se, but definitely ticks a lot of boxes for underrepresented characters. Scrolling through other people's reviews on Goodreads, this was a bit hit or miss, I guess. I would recommend you pick it up if this intrigued you at all. 4 stars. Bye y'all. Keep reading Unorganized and Capitalist Oppression. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.